Social media has opened up many doors, both good and bad. Social media can begin or even worsen some mental illnesses in certain people. Social media can cause anxiety, depression, and sometimes even suicide in teens. Everyone uses social media on a daily basis. Some of us, it's become so ingrained in our lives that we can't think of going a day without using it. So we're on these sites every day, but what if the same stuff you're looking at could really upset someone, or the like someone gets could really upset someone? Or what if could you imagine that social media being your entire being? This is the side of social media for some people. Some teens find it to be an outlet for attention, and it can even drive them into depression. Social media can stimulate many senses in one person's mind. It's sort of a sensory overload, so there's a lot going on. Yeah, pictures, videos, likes, all types of different stuff. But what actually happens? What actually goes on in someone's brain when they're on a social media website? A brain function group at UCLA actually conducted a study and found out what teens feel when they see their pictures with a lot of likes or without a lot of likes. When they see a picture with a lot of likes, it actually triggers a reward mechanism in their mind. So when they see a picture and it has a lot of likes, they think, oh, this is cool. This is like, I'm popular. But as you can guess, there's also an inverse effect to this. So a teen can see their picture and it won't have many or any likes, and it can cause a form of social anxiety. They often feel that it's because they're not pretty enough, they don't have enough friends, or no one likes them. This can cause severe stress and depression in teens. The same study also showed that while pictures assumed to be associated with risky behavior can actually trigger a spot in their mind that usually tells them, hey, that's usually not a good idea, for example, smoking or drinking. So they see a picture of someone smoking, and they see this picture, and they think, okay, well, it's not that bad if that person's doing it. So they think that it's more okay. Now that we've seen what it does to a person's brain, let's see how it makes them feel. In a society where everyone has a phone and we're all constantly using them, it's very easy to tell when you're being ignored. Rachel Emke, a writer for childmind.org, says, it's also surprisingly easy to feel lonely in the middle of all that hyper-connection. For one thing, kids now know with depressing certainty when they're being ignored. We all have phones, and we all respond to things pretty quickly, so when you're waiting for a response that doesn't come, the silence can be deafening. When teens get ignored, it's blatantly obvious. It leaves them feeling lost and depressed and alone. This can cause severe social anxiety. So you can see that social media can really affect an individual very deeply. But what about an entire society? What about when someone uses social media to control a whole society? For example, North Korea, they actually use social media to control how people view the leader of the country. So they make him look like a god. They say very good things about him, even though in reality he's a very bad person. This creates a false image that people see, so that they begin to think, oh, this person's great, when in reality they're actually not. So as you can tell, social media can have drastic effects on people emotionally and physically, and it can even be used to control an entire country. It's a very powerful tool, and you should be using it as such. But social media is not all that bad. It can actually be used for many good things as well, like communicating with people across the world, and it's an easy way to connect with people.